Someone heal him! Someone!
Okay, we'll take them to Gustro. Where we need an empty hospital area, or Owen even.
Wait,
heal him.
Owen. Doc, are you even there?
I am here.
Okay, just
but I'm so used to just observing and listening. It takes a little time to switch. Oh wait, I should be doing that.
Oh wait, I'm playing D&D.
I'm playing a game.
I'm not a guest here. I'm an active participant.
Ooh, nice.
Ta-da.
Oh wow! Nicely done.
It's big heal.
Alright, so your critical wounds. You see that the air gnome currently in Guardian's hands is now not dying anymore.
Okay. Can somebody get this gnome to a hospital bed, please? He needs to rest.
One of the rock gnomes immediately grabs out the air gnomes and then just like rushes him over.
Thank you.
It's Drow. They've taken Cumellis.
No.
What about the diamond? What about the new diamond?
They took that too.
They don't, but they don't have the schematics.
But, oh by the gods, no. I had the page when I was Elvana's prisoner. She had all the time in the world to go through my things.
Son of a gun. So what do we do? We have to...
Gustro's panicking. Oh no, we weren't thorough enough. We should have stuck the city in the ocean. What have we done?
Papa, calm down. Joe. We need a new strategy.
New strategy now? Okay.
As soon as possible. This is bad.
Okay, hold on one moment, please. I just need to clarify some things. Sabaton is gone, and they have Cumellis. Did they use Cumellis to level Sabaton?
Yes, they did.
Did they crash it into the ground? Do they have some sort of weapon?
Rhyme. When we were on Cumellis, the page that we found said that the technology that the air gnomes created could be converted into a weapon.
Lovely.
They're using it as a flying weapon.
We need to get them off there. and I think...
Jeminya steps forward. I need a white flag.
I'm sorry?
Huh?
I need a white flag. I'm going to parlay. I'm going to invoke Dux Foderis. Roll knowledge history. No, roll knowledge history for those who have it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there. Computer.
Since I've been
I've actually got 8 knowledge history.
You know what? Never mind.
Yeah.
Alright. So Dux Foderis is Celestial for Chief Meeting. Historically, this was invoked to have strategists or generals meet before a battle to discuss terms, settlements, or to size each other up. Sparring matches could happen, or in some cases full-on Prelio Mortem, or duels to the death. Because these meetings could end battles before they even began, and would prevent much bloodshed, it was invoked frequently.
So a democratic meeting before a fight.
Can I roll a sense motive on Jeminya? Because I've got a real bad feeling.
Yes.
I'll do the same. Give me 2 seconds to scroll down. Let me do mine first. Okay, now let me do mine. What the heck? Oh. Ooh, oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Well, it would make sense that Faye would know her best.
Yeah. So Jalarum and Faye Thurin. Yeah, you're pretty sure you recognize that tone. That is a tone you recognize whenever she's about to do something reckless and self-sacrificial.
All right.
Man, yeah.
I love how she has that tone, like trademarked or something.
I mean, it's Jem. The Faye,
Hashtag Jeminya voice.
Faye grabs Jeminya's shoulders. Jem, you had better not be planning what I think you're planning.
No. It's not what you think. And I'm making sure to be safe. But I am going to go.
I am going to what?
I'm going to go
Drop
alone.
that again. She's going
Alone?
Wild.
Alone?
No.
Are you... Alone? Are you kidding?
No, I am not.
Alright, Amber goes over to Jem and places a very strong, firm hand on Jeminya. I won't allow it!
So you'll come with me. And if he does, and if we meet, and he does decide to kill the both of us, we'll be one player down. If I go, I'm going to go alone because we only have one diamond.
Are you sure this is the best course of action?
We need a new strategy. The old one, as brilliant as it was, it's not going to work anymore. We need time to think, and this is the best way to give Jalorum as much time as he can to come up with something new.
You make very stupid decisions sometimes, but you also make very sensible ones.
No, Faye...
I tried.
Faye grips Jeminya's... Faye grips Jeminya's hands. If you get killed again, when you get brought back, I am going to slap you senseless.
And I'll deserve it. But I think this is the best course of action.
Not necessarily.
Huh?
Well, technically speaking, the disguised self would have worn off by now, so I'm actually a drow now.
Okay.
Oh.
I can go with you as this.
A drow informant?
Yes. As perhaps a drow who can escort you there.
I doubt that will work.
And if he kills the both of us,
Then I will have died for my country as I signed up to do a long time ago, Your Majesty.
I am not going to waste your life like this.
Luckily, I still serve Ziadril. Unless, she looks over at Owen. I'm deferring to my wielder. I won't go if he says not to.
I learned something from Jeminya a very long time ago. Something that very nearly led to everyone's deaths. She doesn't always go for the sensible option. I had a rather intense argument in the middle of a battlefield with her on this very point. But she does make good decisions. Even if they aren't always reasonable decisions, they are good decisions. And I'm willing to trust that she is thinking of everyone in this case.
Jem, I will insist on one thing. Take Lucid with you. If anything goes wrong, I'll know immediately.
I can do.
I can't hear you.
I can do that. If Rhyme wants to give Tantamile as well, I won't object.
Rhyme? You wanna...
I was muted. I was talking.
Okay.
Arg. Argity arg. Okay. Well, which one's more inconspicuous? A very excitable calico cat or a demure-looking raven? I would happily give her to you, but I don't know.
Lucid has a better chance of escaping if Raavas turns his blade on you.
Exactly, yes. Tantamile would just be able to leap off of a flying city and go splat.
And we don't want that.
Are you sure I can't go skydiving? No, you cannot.
Very well. Does anyone have any cloth I can use for a red flag? She looks over to the white napkins.
That'll do.
I'd prefer... I suppose that'll have to... She grabs one of the napkins. Right. Never thought I'd actually have to do this.
Jem.
If things go badly, you do have the diamond. This is to give us the best chance we have.
Hold one more moment. What makes you... Do we have true resurrection, or do we just have resurrection? Will we need your body?
She pulls out a lock of her hair. Oink. Ow. And then she hands it to him.
That should be enough.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
Before Jem goes in, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Amber, just really firmly grips Jim's hand, or wrist, more like in a more demanding, you're not going without my say-so, but she looks her in the eye. You're asking me to let you go and possibly die without me keeping my promise. So you look me in the eye, Queen Jeminya, and you order me to stay.
She looks you dead in the eye. I order you to stay.
Amber, let's go.
And before Jem goes anywhere, Faye pulls her into a hug. I know being the reckless sort is kind of your thing, but if you have a chance to escape, take it.
I will. I won't be going truly alone. I will have Lucid and I will have Starjay.
Jalum quickly runs over to Jeminya. When you go to that meeting, pay attention to everything. Everything you see, everything you smell, everything you hear. Get a read of the room. I want to know how they are feeling. Because now the ball's in my court.
I will try to pay attention to that. But add that to the list of reasons why I think this is a good idea.
And Ivan hugs Jeminya at leg level and looks her dead in the eyes. I am not the least bit comfortable about this, but I do trust that you are going to know what to do. I want you to use your words not just as a peacemaking tool, but use every word you can as a weapon too. All right? Because speaking is one of the most powerful weapons we have right now, and we could prevent a lot of deaths if you choose your words carefully. So please be careful.
I will.
Jalum just gives her a quick hug. Good luck.
Thank you.
Believe in you.
So, at moment, Lucid, where he is, flies over to...
I put Lucid on top of Jeminya so you could just select them both.
Where's the quickest way out? And Gustro points towards the area where Ivan and Amber propose. We'll have to.
Let her go.
I don't like this at all.
None of us do. But we're gonna have to trust that she knows what to do at this point.
She's not the same reckless queen that we met all that time ago in the arena. So, I'll put my faith in her.
Good. Faith is all we can muster right now. Faith that this will work, and faith that she'll come back to us.
And maybe some thinking time. If Faye pulls out Elvana's journal again. I need time to study this. I have a feeling that deciphering it is more important than ever now.
Let me come with you, because it might help in developing strategy for me.
Okay.
Diane walks over. Is there any way someone could scry so we can see what's going on?
That's why I sent Lucid. He and I are connected. I'll know what's going on as it's going on.
All right.
Oh.
Yes.
Ervin, give us strength.
While you're all doing that, Theron, you see through Lucid's eyes that Jeminya has reached the peak, and she has summoned Starjade, and is flying towards Humelis.
Forget about saving my home at this point. Now we have to save everybody.
And everyone will spot these.
Alright, spot.
Spot.
One thing. On the wrong.
Well, I'm a little distracted.
It's a very emotionally charged moment right now.
Alright, 23. Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Oh, I suck too.
Oof.
So Jalarum, as you're looking around studying and trying to gauge how everyone feels, you notice that Prime has walked off.
Wait.
And you don't know where she's going.
Oh, son of a
Echoing a bit, mate.
Oh, son of a
He can't help it. At this point, we just have to deal with it.
Son of a gun.
Okay.
Hang on. Rhyme, where are you? Rhyme, hang on!
Amber follows after Jalarum.
Where's she going?
Exactly where do you think you're going?
Just right here. Why am I like this, Jalarum? Why? Why did I turn myself into this if I can't even use it? What use am I?
Rhyme, you are plenty useful.
You can see her kind of scratching really, really hard at her skin like she's trying to take it off.
Rhyme, stop!
I am not. I cannot. The only reason I agreed to this is so that we may use it, and we can't.
We still can.
One time you can't use it does not completely negate its purpose. Stop it.
I cannot protect my queen. That is literally all that I have tried to do ever since I was little.
Amber hoists Rhyme up and shakes her. Enough! Listen to me! She just gave me an order to stay back and not protect her. after so many times that I have failed to protect the very same queen that you vouched for. She ordered me to stay behind, just like you. You are not a failure, and you are not useless, and neither am I, and I won't stand by and let you treat yourself this way.
But
Get it together, Rhyme. We need a strategy, not panic.
You did not give up your basically your entire existence on the off chance that you may be able to do what you need to.
Wrong, Rhyme. You did not give up your existence. You're still here. Amber puts her down.
You know what, Ren? All of this talk about being a weapon or being something that can be used by other people. Well, you know what? Just because you can't be used one time does not completely negate your purpose. And do you know why? Because when weapons are not being used, they are hung up on the wall for others to marvel at and inspire. You are always useful because we always look at you and we always see someone who is strong who will have their use when time calls for it. So snap out of it.
I cannot.
Okay, Faye's bringing Tantamile over to Rhyme just in case, because she knows from experience that sometimes the familiar bond can help people in their worst hour.
And I know exactly what I need to do right now. I'm not afraid to use this.
He'll play the song. He'll do it.
Yep.
And I figured he already was.
I just did the perform check.
I can actually hear something. That's so weird that I can actually hear the music when I need to.
It's an Ivan miracle. Yep.
Funny thing is, I don't hear his song. I hear the atmosphere, but that's okay.
Jalram moves forward and comfortably gives her a hug.
Rhyme.
Tantamile peeks over at Faith there, and she's thinking, why can't I save anyone?
Rhyme. It's not all up to you to save everyone. I don't know why you think it is. We have to be able to trust others from time to time. Jeminya is our queen, and she knows what she's doing. We have to trust her in this. I know how you feel. I really do. There was once a time I thought I wouldn't be able to save Jeminya from something so much worse than death. But if I've learned anything, it's that being able to rely on each other and realizing that the burden is not all on your own shoulders. It makes things a lot easier to deal with because suddenly you can see a much bigger picture.
Rhyme, you're part of a group now, and you can't expect yourself to be the only person who gets anything done. I know you want to save people, and I know you want to help, but you need to also learn to trust. You need to have faith that Jeminya will come back okay with or without your help. She knows what she's doing. We all do. And there are times when you just need to sheath the sword and let it stay there for a while, okay? And he gives her a big hug.
She kind of like her back's against the wall, and she kind of sinks to the ground in a huddling position with her hands wrapped, her arms wrapped around her knees.
You know, Rhyme, I think that in this moment more than anything else, you're just as much a hero of directing as the rest of us.
No one's stopping you from slowing down from time to time and having a moment. We certainly aren't.
Moments like these get you killed. I'm not
Moments like
supposed
this.
to have them.
I'll let you in on a little secret, Rhyme. All of us have them. Every single one of us.
And how
The
many times
heroes
have
that
you all
you-
died?
Well, only 2 of us can make that claim, really.
And if I could be honest, having moments like this, it doesn't get you killed. Acting without thinking gets you killed. Bottling up emotions gets you killed. Rushing into the fight, fueled by nothing but anger or sadness, gets you killed. These moments keep that from happening.
I never used to deal with this before.
Emotions are a hard thing to get used to. Any kind of emotion. But at the very least, you don't have to be alone when you experience them for the first time. That's one of the other benefits about being part of a group.
I don't think I like this.
It takes some getting used to, trust me.
I haven't had a good cry since I was 7 years old.
I guess you needed one.
I cried for about a good 3 days after after it was revealed that my parents had died. But since then, nothing. It was just focusing on developing the magic. Perhaps that is why I was the only child in that orphanage who could do what I did. So I was the only one who could fix it, or at least try.
You're not the only one who can do something, Rhyme. You don't need to keep putting that burden on yourself. We're all right here, fighting alongside you. You're not alone in this. You never have been.
We all have the power to fix things now. You just need to let us.
Letting people do my job for me is not exactly something I'm used to.
Well,
Then think of it as not us doing your job for you. We're just sharing the burden with you.
we're doing the job with you. Alongside you.
To think 2 weeks ago this was all so simple.
Oh my dear, I know that feeling.
Wait, oh no. Oh gods. What about Cassian? What about Sylvester and Murphy?
I don't know.
Give me a moment, I'll try to scry them.
I just thought of that. Oh gods.
Shh, calm down. We don't know yet. Relax.
Okay, I'm going to try to scry out Sylvester since Well, she had direct contact with him, so of the group, she's probably most familiar with him.
All right, so you try to scry Sylvester, and you actually see him right next to Murphy, kind of. Yeah, he's like, and he's crying, he's comforting a crying Murphy.
Sylvester?
What? Who's there?
Sylvester, it's Fair Thurin.
Jal puts his hand on Phaethurin's shoulder. It's Jal.
Oh, it's good to hear you again. It's been such a long time.
Yeah, what's going on? We heard Sabaton fell.
Yeah, it was like a giant red meteor just fell from the heavens.
That'll be Cumelis.
I'm going to take a brief...
Cassian is still here.
Okay, that's good.
Thank the gods.
What about Murphy? Is he all right?
He's not taking it well.
Oh boy.
I figured. All right, listen. Jeminya has gone off to issue a parlay with the Drow. We don't know
Please
how.
tell me she knows what he's doing.
She's aware of what happened. She's doing this to buy us time.
Oh, I don't like this.
Oh, how do you think we feel?
All right, listen, Sylvester, listen, Sly. Get Murphy and Cassian to Directian immediately.
We're already here.
Oh, you are? Okay. How many of Sabaton's forces are still there? Did you manage to get out?
Well, lucky for us, the army had already left. That's why we're here.
Oh, wow. Oh, jeez.
Then the people who would have died would all be civilians.
Oh no.
Rhyme clenches her legs together further.
Jalum looks down at his sword. Sylvester, remember what I... You know I took that oath of being a dagger of light, right?
Yes.
Well, Jalum immediately takes out Quick Strike and starts looking at it very intently. I believe Raavas has just sealed his execution order.
But you see Sylvester give a smirk. All right.
I'm not there is no way I'm letting mass genocide escape this.
Especially not with my home.
We'll get ready.
We'll meet up with you as soon as you can. In the meantime, see if you can send out word to Ziadril, to Cizaean, get the dragons ready.
Yeah. They both get up, and you see them start walking out the door. And at that moment, you feel a connection from Lucid. We're here.
Oh.
And yes, third, you see from Lucid's eyes that there are a lot of drow currently on Cumelis. They've got a lot of bows pointed at her. And a lot of spellcasters ready to fire at her. She holds up the white flag. And for a very, very tense 20 seconds, nothing happens. Then you see all of the drow slowly lower their weapons and depower their magic.
Please don't get killed. We need to head back to Direction.
Right. We should tell. Like, we need Gushra.
We need to get everyone else.
Right. Right. Sever the connection with Sly. We'll meet you. We'll meet you there. I assume the connection's still up because I know you're on call holding currently.
I didn't end it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're currently on call holding.
But there are people that are still healing here. We can't all leave now.
We're going to have to leave them to heal. This cannot wait.
I'm gonna go talk to Gustro. Tell him we have to go.
Well, Ivan.
Sorry, Ivan.
Ivan, he might have to come with us because he's the only one who can.
Then who's gonna oversee the sick?
The rock gnomes?
All right. I'm sorry, I can't stand the thought of any more civilians getting hurt.
I know.
No more friends getting hurt.
We're right there with you, Ivan. But we need to stay focused and do what is necessary right now.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay. Rhyme, are you feeling all right? You ready to come?
I will go if necessary. She stands, but she's still kind of out of it.
Come on, let's go. He ups her up.
Yeah, Gustro walks over. I heard everything. And you're right. I should probably come.
Papa, are you going to be comfortable with this?
I'm already uncomfortable with this. My life's work has been used to destroy an entire city. This is exactly what I was afraid of. And I took steps to make sure it doesn't happen, and it's still.
Papa, we can't. I know from experience you can't always prepare for everything that's going to happen, but when a problem sprouts up, the most you could do is try and solve it, and that's what we're going to do now. I promise your work will not be in vain. No more harm will come to people if we have anything else to say about it. Please come with us.
Okay. All right, so going.
Okay, there was something I wanted to do before we left, though.
What?
That other dwarf that had come in with the air gnome.
Yes.
I think I know who that is, but I don't know how to have it that Faye will figure out who that is. Dagnabbit. Never mind. I can't do that without metagaming. Never mind.
Would Owen know exactly who that is?
Yes, he knows exactly who that is.
Yep.
And Owen could inform Faye Thurin if she's curious about it.
All she has to do is say, "Hey, Owen, who is that?"
Who's that guy?
Owen. The dwarf who brought in the air gnome. He looked at you with a great deal of familiarity.
I believe he was a friend A long, long time ago.
Is he the wanted posters from so long ago? Is he?
Very likely, yes.
Jalum looks at Faethurn. I think I have an idea where you're going, but I'm still a little confused.
That's Orgrim's son, isn't it?
I believe you are correct.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
Does he know his father is here?
His father seemed most intent on trying to recover.
It doesn't seem right to just not say anything.
Out of character, I wasn't sure whether this was the time to have that reintroduction, whether there was something much more...
There could be timely.
Okay. I'm sorry, I've gotten so used to just waiting until the story says it's okay for me to do something.
You're an active participant in this tale.
All right. We can introduce father and son, and I can talk about how my theory crafting had gone off the wrong trail.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you weren't all the way. Okay.
You picked up on all the right hints, just wrong conclusion at the end.
Yeah. I don't
Close
know.
enough.
It just seemed like it would be the perfect rival for Owen. Someone from his long, long past.
I mean, it would, but I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
Okay.
After we stop recording.
Yeah.
See, I thought the drow could have pulled a not the brave, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And we're back in directing.
Yep. Teleported.
Everybody's here.
All right. So, yes, it is the Directian Council room. And yes, as Sazan, Ziadril, and Queen Nephthys and Cassian all look at you with varying expressions of horror, depression, and despair. But also a little bit of relief that you're all alive.
Barely.
I believe this is your floor. I'm out of my element here.
Jalum takes a seat. I'm fairly certain you're all aware the drow now have Cumelis.
Yeah. I was about to ask you if you knew.
We were informed by the air gnomes.
Oh, so you found them.
Yep. Jalum turns around and points Guster Glorious to come forward.
Everyone, this is Gustro Galoris, the head elder of the air gnomes, and he has agreed to aid us in our time, in these times.
Of course. I'm willing to whatever knowledge I can supply. I will endeavor to do my best to stop any plans.
Thank you, Papa.
I think priority one is getting Cumelis back.
Sazan looks around. Wait, where's Pointy Bits?
She's currently...
Go ahead.
She's currently issuing a parlay between her and the drow, giving us some time to re-strategize.
Yeah, everyone at the table's jaws drop, and then they just all like sink into themselves. Oh gosh.
I've sent Lucid with her. If anything happens, we will know right away.
We have a direct line to her, just so we know what's happening and when it's happening.
And if the worst would happen, we have a way of resurrecting.
So what's going on now?
Jalen turns to Faye.
All right, so Faye Thurin, you see.
Oh, she's going to mute taco time.
Oh, okay. We gotta wait a sec then.
All right.
Hey, can I have my cat back, please?
Oh, where'd Tantamount go?
Where did Tantamount go? That's weird.
I think you were maybe planning on having Tantamount go with Jeminya for some reason, so I don't know. Just didn't put it on the map.
So
I think that plan was vetoed.
Josh
Okay,
can Josh can now. Okay, you can narrate.
yeah, so what happens is Faye Thurin, she sees that Jeminya touches down on Chimelis, and then she sees all of these drow just pointing all of their weapons at him. And Raavas is also there, right next, and standing next to him is Soren.
Of course.
And then you see Raavas give a small signal that everyone should stand down. And you can hear him whisper something to. Give me 1 second. I need to.
If you're whispering something to me, just send it to me on Skype because I can't look at Roll20 right now. Cheers.
Yeah,
Send it to me on Skype.
I sent it to you on Skype.
Cheers. Out of character, is this something that was this what he said to Sorn, or is this something that you want me to say to Jeminya?
Saying to Jeminya.
Not here. This is not the place for negotiations. There's a field down below.
Very well. I will meet you there shortly.
Of course, Majesty.
You see Jeminya leave. And as she flies down, she begins waiting. And then entering from the shadows
There you go.
Oh boy.
is Sorn and Raavas.
All right, meeting for this one.
Yep.
I am pleased to see that you accept my offer.
I have my reasons. He pulls out his sword and shield. Before we negotiate, I wish for a spar. Not to the death. Not yet, at least.
I accept. Jeminya points to Lucid and to move over to a tree, but she does not dismount Star.
John whispers up, "Oh, please don't be using the sword I think you're going to be using."
Speaking of which, she draws her sword and shield, yes?
Yes. She draws her sword and shield.
You will not dismount your Pegasus?
Starjay is my steed. He is an extension of myself as much as any sword, bow, or spellbook. Unless you wish for us to strip naked and wrestle in the mud like a pair of savages, I will not part from my companion.
Very well.
And Soren steps back. Immediately, Jeminya charges forward, trying to mow down Raavas. But Raavas sidesteps, and too late, Jeminya realizes that her charges left Starjay's flank exposed. But before Raavas can strike with his sword, however, Starjay suddenly lashes out with a powerful kick. Even with his shield blocking it in time, the blow knocks Raavas back a full meter. Pressing the advantage now, Jeminya kicks her heels and she and Sarjay soar high into the sky, raising her sword to catch the light of the sun and sending it towards her foe, blinding her subterranean adversary. Like a comet, she dives toward him. She can see his eyes are closed to avoid the light, and her sword is ready to hit. Then he moves. Jeminya realizes with horror that the flat of his blade is coming straight for her head. She yanks hard on the reins and the sword misses by millimeters, so close that she feels the wind brush her hair. Whirling Sarjay around, she moves to keep him in sight. She's keeping him on the defensive now, but he's cunning. Definitely cunning. Learning to fight how not. It's just fair.
Enough! I've had my fill. Now, let us negotiate.
Jeminya then dismounts Sarjay. I'll get right to it then. What would it take to end this war without bloodshed?
End the war without bloodshed? Complete and utter surrender to the Drow. An oath from you, all other Adlatastican monarchs, and even your heroes to swear on the sticks that none of you will ever try to rebel against my regime.
That's a steep price.
Non-negotiable.
These are negotiations. Things are, by definition, negotiable. Unless you came here in bad faith to insult the sacred tradition with your ignoble conduct, King Raavas.
Out of character, Echo's getting really bad right now, so might need a quick adjustment.
Alright.
Much better. Don't pretend your motives are pure. You're a politician. If I learned anything from serving the priestesses of Lolth, is that every action your ilk takes serves a dual purpose. Granted, I do not know what that would be, but that hardly matters. I'll accept nothing less than a total submission from the service world.
You wish for us to submit to you, to be in the same position as how the Drow were treated under Lolth. Is this the elaborate vengeance of a child who wishes to spite the world to suffer as he had suffered?
You're either stupid or you insult me by pretending to be stupid. I have made my intentions quite clear through my words and actions. It is our destiny as the Drow to be the dominant race.
Funny. I don't remember Drow being the universe's chosen in the history books I read. By your logic, demons should be the universe's ultimate race, since they existed before time immemorial and cannot be defeated.
Well, you're half right. They existed for an eternity, but they will all die by our hands.
Enough with the boasts, Raavas!
Raavas just gives her a deadpan stare.
Hold on, you're serious? How in the nine hells are you going to accomplish that when literal deities have tried for countless aeons and weren't successful?
Deities are not Drow. It is not their place to succeed, it is ours.
What? Do you listen to yourself? Every time I think I cannot be more astounded by your arrogance. You prove me wrong. You actually believe you are superior to gods. Heavens, if you were consistent at all, you would eventually have to subjugate them. Oh no.
It seems you stumbled upon an epiphany, Queen of Direction.
This is just the beginning, isn't it? Fighting, bloodshed, suffering. It won't end with our enslavement, will it? Once you are finished with Alatastica, you will turn your gaze to the outer planes. The gods themselves are your conquest. This war of yours has never been just about the here and now. But this goes deeper than that, doesn't it? This isn't just about ideals of supremacy. The way you talk about them, you have a vendetta.
And why wouldn't I? Every instance of Drow's suffering can be traced back to a decision they made. Either Stray's betrayal of love caused her to take her rage out on us. Coraline thought sending Lolth to the abyss was an effective solution. Lolth herself stole our very identities and used us as her playthings for aeons. And where do I even begin with Asmodeus? The creation of devils, the damnation of tieflings, the engine of suffering known as Bartor wouldn't exist if not for him. Plus, Asmodeus was the one who convinced Lolth to rebel against the Seldarine in the first place. The worst of them all? Your god, Heronius. He was the one who created Asmodeus and gave him the mission to destroy demons as effectively as possible. So literally everything wrong with the multiverse, all of it can be traced back to him. The fact that you dedicated yourself to a creature like that, especially after he personally saw to the death of your father and created the monster who tortured you, is disgusting and mind-boggling. The gods are fools, and you are fools for following them. We, on the other hand, will no longer submit to their tyranny. We will not allow ourselves to be shackled by their whims. In time, it will be they who become our slaves. It will be we who are immortal as the heavens and hells themselves become our domain. It will no longer be the demons who are without end. It will be the Drow, and our numbers will darken the lands of every world.
Maybe I was wrong about you.
Am I finally getting through?
Yes. I was wrong. You're not arrogant. You're insane! I cannot fathom how you actually believe yourself to be better than the gods. How you believe your decisions to be the right and perfect ones in spite of all the suffering you've caused. How you can claim yourself to be better than the gods you hate that justify producing the exact same suffering. How you can possibly believe that causing more and more of it to us, the gods, and even your own people is a good thing.
And there you reveal your own arrogance. You assume that we will lose and the losses will be costly. I'd be angry, but then again, you will not be the first arrogant queen I've brought down.
Neither will you.
Cute. Sorry, cute. But I see the subtext behind that jab. The difference between you and I is, I'm right.
I'm right, just because. Spoken like a true zealot, or a lunatic.
Insults and name-calling. At this point, I feel like trying to convince you of anything is an exercise of futility and move to conclude this Deus Ferodis. Out of character, I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Very well. I'm unsurprised, but saddened nonetheless that we could come to an arrangement.
In a way, I suppose I feel the same. He shakes her hand. I must confess, though, I'm surprised you didn't take this opportunity to ambush me and kill me. If you wanted a way to win the war, that might have been your safest bet so far.
Jeminya moves over to Starjay. That's another thing we seem to share, Raavas. You and I both may be deceitful, but neither of us would ever break a promise.
I suppose. Until we meet again on the field of battle.
Likewise. Jeminya and Starjay.
Faye is like on her knees, just in absolute shock of what she heard out of Raavas.
He's well and truly and undeniably insane.
I had hoped that there would be a chance we could get through to him. That we could make him see the atrocities that he's committed, but there's nothing. There is nothing there. He's a madman.
The only thing there is spite, vengeance, hatred, and egocentrism. There's no getting through to him at this point. He is far past discussion.
Faye stands up and looks at Jalrum. What do we do?
Jalum takes a seat, looks at the map. We prepare to defend ourselves. I just hope... Jalum quick turns to Seattle. Before I forget, do you know if Kylum went off to Loft in the Lore or came back?
I'm still in contact with him. It's been difficult.
It's been what?
Difficult.
It's been difficult because there are... I don't realize I fully explained how his power works. Basically, he can appear as if he's just another person, or like another bit of furniture just by standing in the room. Your eyes literally gloss over him until he interacts with something.
I see.
You literally gave him a Doctor Who perception filter.
Oh my god, he did!
Oh my gosh, I did!
Exterminate.
Well, and also to be fair, the character model does look a lot like David Tennant.
Son of the world's oldest profession!
What the fuck? What? My subconscious...
Did you not realize you did that?
No!
I didn't!
Neither one of us picked up on it, and we're both Doctor Who fans. Granted,
I think it was subconscious.
That's what
granted,
I said.
I got into Doctor Who after that character was introduced, so yeah, but still.
Jalum then sits back in the chair. And I guess it was just a fool's hope that my plan would have worked. Taking away their bargaining chip.
Not necessarily, as long as he's quiet and does what he normally does. He is our infiltrator, usually. It's just he has to be careful, but he always is. It's our line of work. I can't tell you how long that... Some marks I've been able to go to a party and slip some poison in. Some marks I've had to stay undercover for 3 months. It takes time. The reason it's difficult is because he has to, quote-unquote, interact with something in order for him to send updates to Ziadril. Normally, he can just walk around and be fine. Or stay still if he needs to.
That's why I usually sent him on reconnaissance.
Exactly. He's recon and infiltration. It just takes him time.
I see.
So taking away their bargaining chip may not have, your plan is sound, and I'm sure he's doing his absolute best to see it through to fruition, because you all don't know him very well, but he is very dedicated to this cause. He just
has a funny way of showing it.
He's a prankster. It's his way.
I guess
on that note, you hear a horse land on the balcony.
Jeminya.
We heard what happened.
Jeminya just kind of leans against the wall. That is the most obstinate, fanatical, infuriating person I've ever had the misfortune to meet. How did all of you ever put up with that man?
Making a lot of assumptions here.
Oh, that was perfect.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Even
Doc,
better,
Doc
it was said
wins,
by
Doc
the
wins,
one
best moment.
person.
Best moment goes to Doc. Best
Oh
moment
yeah,
goes to
that
Doc.
was perfect.
We're the game!
Funniest moment. Even
to-
better, it was said by the one person who very explicitly did not put up with Raavas. That's what makes it funny.
Rhyme goes, I've only heard of him through reputation, never had to deal with him. I'm very glad I didn't.
I'm not a fan of him.
Jem, remind me to sometime to show you my journal. Jem, remind me sometime to show you my journal writings about that man. In any case,
Actually, that raises an interesting question. How did the child that I saw you with handle him?
she didn't. Not very well, anyway.
I kind of want to see that.
So,
All right. Yeah. So Jeminya just kind of slumps against the wall and just kind of sits down. That was one of the most terrifying things I've ever done.
I'm just glad that you came back safe. But all of that his arrogance reaches such an extreme that he thinks himself a. I mean, we already knew he resented the gods, but I didn't know how deep it went.
When you put yourself on the top of the world, there's no other place you can go but up, which is where the gods were. So Raavas thinks he deserves to go even higher than that, when honestly he doesn't even deserve to stand on the earth with us.
To be fair, though, he did... Okay. Playing a horrible person's advocate, he did have a point in that in his experience with the gods, they have treated him and his people like nothing but garbage. However, saying that you yourself are better than the gods, no.
No.
that was... Jal looks at his book now. Karsus's Folly.
And
Is
he...
he?
Go.
He's not. Is he still in? Is he still in contact with Big Red?
I assume. I mean, he did say his name out loud. Or
With his disdain for the gods, I would not be surprised if he simply did not care.
He probably said his name without a single iota of fear like we used to. He doesn't fear Big Red.
If anything, I wouldn't be surprised if Asmodeus knows everything Raavas is planning.
Amber!
relax. He probably knows we're talking about him.
Yeah, you
Well,
guys
I
already
mean-
said his name, so
No,
yeah,
we didn't. No,
You
we
did.
actually didn't.
I'm pretty sure I heard it.
Nope.
No.
No, I almost did, but I stopped myself and said Big Red instead.
The
Oh.
thing is, he did come to visit.
Oh, you, right.
So it's reasonable to assume he might be watching us of his own volition.
Right.
Besides, Rhyme pulls out her ring, which she still has not put on, but it's still in her front pocket. I have something of his anyways.
Maybe, well, actually, maybe he doesn't want you to cast the Avatar, but more likely prevent him from Raavas and his sect from casting his Karsus's Folly. He can't do it himself.
The problem is, Asmodeus. He's the one who has been gathering after what he had Amber do, he had access to one of the ingredients for the ritual. And Amael, you gathered a vial of the Tarask's blood.
And I have the ability to have the concentration of a pit fiend. With this.
The only thing missing is the Hydra's bile, and I can't assume that wouldn't be simple for him to acquire.
Also the Horn of the Demon Lord.
It is Asmodeus. We saw him slaughter 6 Balors in one swing.
Rhyme's breath hitches at that because she knows what event you are talking about.
Excuse me.
Basically, we are only half of the ingredients in. If he wants us to cast it, he'll hand us them. If he wants us to stop it, well, that was our plan anyways.
Well,
Either
Jeminya
way,
stands up.
Either way, we're stuck between a rock and a hot place.
Well, Jeminya moves over to the table next to Jalarum. I did my part so far. I bought us some time. We need to get everyone immobilized.
Right.
Everyone, tomorrow, we go to war. And that is the end of the chapter.
All right. Also, I see 2 rhymes. I just noticed.
I don't. Where am I?
Oh wait, no, I only see one.
Oh, okay. I'm over here and over here.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
She's up
One
there,
rhyme,
over there,
that's
and up there.
oh, there we go. But yeah, it's
Clone jutsu.
so yeah, pure roleplay session. But how'd you guys think?
Very
Playing
good.
the game is going.
Oh yeah, that was
nailed-
freaking funny.
Okay,
Doc
well, actually,
nailed it, that delivery.
okay, so second, tied for first place with the proposal. How about that?
Yeah.
I think the proposal was a much nicer, more memorable moment. It was truly.
It was
That song was so cute.
That's play of the
I-
season. How about that?
I still
emotional.
want to listen to that song. I didn't get to hear it.
Me too. If you
That's
want,
the
I'll post the file in the chat if everybody wants to hear it.
Yes, that was so cute. And Finn, you still have a really good singing voice.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the proposal was the best emotional moment. Owens was the best funny moment.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
Best
yeah.
joke.
I can't wait to rewatch all of this.
So, thoughts on the cavalcade of plot twists?
Yikes.
Now my soul.
I mean,
My
I
home
had-
is so dark. My home is a Death Star. I don't like that.
Dude,
I mean,
said
he
that
ain't-
a long time ago. You should have seen this coming.
I ain't wrong. So
I mean-
sad though.
I didn't want to say it, but it happened. And I had a feeling about Raavas' hate for the gods went a lot deeper, but I didn't want to make the overall assumption. I'm like, nah, there's no way. Okay, I was right.
Yep. That's kind of been Raavas. If you think about it, that's kind of been Raavas' thing for like ever since you met him. Okay, I know he's kind of an X, but he's not going to go full on Y. Oh my god, he just went full on Y. Well, I mean, he's not going to go full on. Oh my god, he just went full on Y again.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
It's like again, like even with
I'm
season.
just being
Sorry.
sorry. I'm just being really cheeky with. I think I'm being really cheeky with the music choice right here.
Yeah, it's
I can't hear it.
no, it's pretty Star Wars.
We're in the
Well,
end game now.
You don't know what this is, do you?
If it's after the original trilogy in the timeline of Star Wars, then I don't know.
Dude,
Is
no,
it the Empire
this is
Strikes Back
before
credits
Star-
music or something?
No, this is
Hmm?
before Star Wars. This is Mars, the bringer of war, Gustav Holst.
Oh,
I don't know what the heck that
classical
is.
music. It's classical music, but it was also music that George Lucas,
John Williams.
Yeah, John Williams.
I don't know.
Yeah, John
adapted
Williams
for the
was
Star
highly
Wars
inspired.
soundtrack.
John Williams was highly inspired by, by Gustav Holst. It's like, and a lot of people, it's like any space soundtrack is inspired by Gustav Holst. It's like after the session, just listen to Jupiter and listen to Mars, and you will hear so much Star Wars and Star Trek in those. You're gonna be shocked.
Awesome.
But yeah,
sorry.
So much is going on here. Like, oh.
And now the last session is gonna be how long is the next session gonna be?
Technically. Yeah. Oh, wait, we're still. Oh, right. We've changed from session to chapter. So I was going to say, technically, we're still in the same session. Oh, right. We've changed the name from session to chapter. Yeah. So yeah, we're still on the penultimate chapter, and then we've got one.
Oh wait,
after
we didn't
that.
go back. We didn't go back for Amber's amulets.
Wait, what?
We didn't go get Amber's amulet.
Wait. Maybe when we were having that discussion, maybe the Earth gnomes overheard us, and maybe when they come to help us, if they do come to help us, they'll bring it for you.
Or Krim. I mean, he's there.
It's true.
Or maybe after everything's said and done, y'all could go for it.
Or maybe Cruel has it, and it's even more reason for her to beat the snot out of him.
Oh, that would be such a cruel gesture.
Stop!
Sorry.
No, you're not.
I know.
Anyways.
So, any other comments?
Yeah.
Josh, you free for debriefing after this?
Unfortunately, no. I got some chores I got to do.
All right, after your chores.
But then, yeah, after the chores, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Josh, thank you for helping me make the moment special.
Yes, I tried to get in It's like, I know you sent me everything. You sent me a lot of things, and I tried to get everything I could in there.
Yeah. And I think you did a great job. Everything, great emotional pre-chorus before the final battle. I love it.
I'm still really proud of that picture.
It's a beautiful picture.
I do apologize. For interjecting, Drew, and I honestly thought that the moment had passed and everyone was in the okay, now we're just casually chatting mode. Because again, I couldn't hear the music, so I couldn't pick up on the mood.
No one's mad. It's okay.
Shocky.
But still, apologies, honestly.
And on that note, I think we can end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic work as always, Josh.
Thank you.
Especially with the setbacks we're facing.
Excellent storytelling, yes.
Yes.
Oh yes.
There is much more to look forward to. I have no doubt of that. Goodness.
Yep.
I'm gonna just take one brief moment to say that after a 14-hour chapter, it was very nice to have a 4-hour chapter.
Yep.
Oh no, this is still the same chapter. This is still the next chapter. So we're not ending the chapter. We're just having to end a session here.
Oh well, it's still way shorter.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so far.
are we outro?
Is
Yep.
this the end of
Yes.
Is this the end of the session or the end of the chapter, honey? Because I thought you said chapter.
I'm gonna have to discuss it because this ending. It's like I'm still trying to figure out how exactly I want to organize it.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I know what I want to happen. I'm just not entirely sure how I want it to be organized. And yeah.
All right. Well,
Tentative end of session.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, I think we
Well-
are ready to close out. Doc.
Yes. I'd very much like to hear from the fans what their most favorite moments were, especially given how many of them have been looking forward to that proposal for I don't know how many months. But until next time,
And we'll be hearing from them, by my calculations, sometime in the next 2 years, given the upload schedule.
Probably actually around also my anniversary.
Ooh, that's perfect.
all right.
Actually, with this,
If that actually happens, that would be amazing.
Let us close out But until next time, everyone,